Hey guys, I wanted to come on here because I've been talking to you guys about these caveling females and how not only are they the nurturers of white supremacy, but they bear the biggest role in maintaining and or implementing and maintaining white supremacy, despite the fact that it's overlooked by most people in society, specifically within our community, Black males, because they choose to date within the race of their oppressor. And when I say Black males, obviously I don't mean all Black males. I know very well that all Black men do not date white women. However, there are too many of them who put white women on a pedestal, who go on social media defending white women, exempting them from their necessary role in white supremacy, and putting them on a pedestal above their own women. Right now, a number of different people who do get on YouTube and who does empowerment videos and talk about social issues are discussing Stephon Clark. He was one of those Black males in our community, and he's not the first one, and he won't be the last one. I want to go over this video because you have here a pork rind female who has been in a number of different videos where she's just running amok, spreading her white supremacy. And it's really interesting because I just did a stream talking about the jealousy of the white supremacist female. And even though I've went and spoke about this, it's still being ignored by a number of different people in our community. So I want to play these video clips, and you're going to see in both of these how you have this disgusting white supremacist female running around doing what they do best, which is hating on anybody that look better than them. But I want you guys to also take particular notice to how sloppy and disgusting she is in these videos. And really, I'm thinking someone needs to find out who this caveling is and do something about her. But in this first video, she's in the mall, but take particular notice to the dialogue that's been had in this. And you won't really see who she's talking to that much, but you will be able to see, you will actually be able to see and hear her interaction and what she's complaining about. So let's get into it. And this is 2 video clips. So.
Told you, because you're being really rude. You can try to be a redhead as hard as you want, and you'll always have those eyebrows.
Here, let me ask you something. Is it because we're brown? Is that why you're being so rude?
She's black.
She's not black. She's Moroccan.
Oh, her hair looks pretty black.
Okay, first of all, I am.
Okay,
I'm actually from Africa. And trust me, I will go vlog.
Why were you talking about my boobs? My boobs have nothing to do with my hair
color. I said your roots are brown. That's what I said. They are. And actually, they're gray. They're gray. They're not even brown. They're gray.
Okay, but is it because our skin is brown?
You're still dyeing it.
You're so fake.
Is it because our skin is brown? Are you mad? Are you mad because we look better than you? That's why. You're mad because she looks so much better than you. She looks better than you. Go get your hair done as a blonde, and you will never look as good. Okay, come on, let's go. We're giving up on you because you're being racist to us. You're being racist. You're being racist.
No matter how hard you try.
So this is the second video, where this is the second part to that first video that you saw. So let's go into this one.
But I have a butt. I don't, but I have a butt.
It's really gross looking.
Oh, really?
Nothing about your spread your ass cheeks and have her stick like a stick in it or something.
Wait, we said nothing about
Get out of my face.
Touch her?
Out of my face. You want to go to
She didn't touch you. She didn't touch you. And we have this on video. Trust me. And you look so retarded. You look so dumb. You look so dumb. Come on, let's go. Come on. You're racist and you're ridiculous. We're not scared of you. We're not scared of you. If you really want to do this, let me get out of work and then we can really do this.
Okay, I'm ready. I got my hair back. You better get your hair back and take your ears out.
I clock out at 6. You waiting for me right here. Don't leave.
Oh, you're
Don't
such
leave.
a little bitch.
Don't leave.
So
exactly. You're so racist. It's so sad. You're racist.
Never be blonde, and it's not blonde right now. Okay,
come on. Stop, but I have a butt. I don't, but I have a butt.
Now, so she apparently approaches this caveling and all of her, and understand you can look at her and from the little glimpse of the females in here, you can also tell that it is about a jealousy thing. But apparently it appears that she approached these two women, and she goes in telling them, oh, their hair will never be blonde and it doesn't matter and they're not natural redheads. Keep in mind, this pork rind female, she is not even a natural blonde, and even if she wanted her hair blonde, she would have to dye her hair blonde. Again, I've spoken many times and I've given proof that blonde hair is not something that is indigenous to cavelings. It's not natural to cavelings. Actually, you have the same likelihood of seeing a natural white blonde as you do of seeing a natural black blonde hair person, because in order to get the blonde hair, you have to have an extreme genetically recessive gene that codes for it. And contrary to what most people believe, that whenever you see a white woman with blonde hair, 9 times out of 10, she went to a shop and she dumped a bottle of peroxide or some other chemical on her hair to get it blonde. But the thing of it is that you see a bunch of caveling females coming out in their racism and their vitriol towards white women, and this is still something that's not focused on. Now, usually they direct their vitriol towards black women. Often, most likely, it's in a case where you see a caveling female that's dating black men specifically. But again, it appears that this caveling just went and targeted these girls. And you're going to see another video where she just running amok on some random black chick. So let's get to that one. Now, this is another video, and this was actually, Tariq put this on Instagram. And this is another video where she's in, and you're going to recognize her. And she's over here targeting yet another black person. Look, it won't be long before she runs into the wrong person. Hopefully that ends up being a black person and she ends up getting smashed just like she needs to be. But I want you guys to notice her nasty, hostile attitude, because one thing you have to understand is the level of anger that these cavelings have in them. Despite all the privileges they have, despite the fact that society is ran in a way that caters to them, they're extremely angry, they're nasty, they're aggressive, and they're violent. And again, I spoke about the mentality of the caveling female extensively, because I understand in certain places when you go to work, these are the people who are your managers, these are your supervisors, these are your HR people. These are the ones who have control over your livelihood. And when you're dealing with them and they have nasty, disgusting demeanors and attitudes like this, you can wonder why there's so many black people in positions where they're getting fired or picked on or targeting or targeted or whatever. So look at this other, I wanted to show this other clip really quick.
She literally just came and dropped my food on the ground.
I heard the entire phone.
Everybody in the house heard it. I wasn't doing anything to you. Came on the schedule. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm giving you your food. Do you want it?
No, you dropped my food on the ground.
Oh,
and then you did it again. Congratulations. Thank you. She literally just came and dropped my food on the ground.
I heard the entire phone.
Everybody in the house heard it. I wasn't doing anything to you. Came on the schedule. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm giving you your food. Do you want it?
No, you dropped my food on the ground. And then you did it again. Congratulations. Thank you.
Now, she works for Uber Eats, okay? So that's what she's working for. But as you can see, it's the same nasty, angry, caveling female sitting in here once again to some non-white person being a disgusting pigskin rat. That's what was happening right here. And the thing of it is this is why they're always your mass shooters, your mass murderers, your pedophiles and your rapists and your serial killers. This is why. Because despite the fact that they live in a system that's designed to cater, you know, to their whiteness, they still know, again, that's why I always say they have to live in that body. They have to live with dealing with those genetically recessiveness. They have to live knowing that there are no biological benefits to being who they are, and apparently living in a system of white supremacy that's designed to cater to them. Obviously, that's not going to make up for the fact that they know within themselves that they are worthless. They already know that they're dying out. And you think that they don't know that there's something wrong with the fact that, again, they can't go outside without bathing in a chemical everyone else can. I told you guys there was this female at the grocery store that I encountered, and she admitted that, you know, white women don't have beautiful skin. She said that black women have the most beautiful skin. We have, you know, big booties and curvaceous bodies or whatever, and she doesn't have that, so that makes her jealous. Now, even aside from that, understand that regardless to how much they say whatever names they want to call black people, they understand that inherently that you are superior to them and that you have everything naturally that they don't have, okay? There's not enough systems of white supremacy that's going to be able to compensate for the level of inferiority, inherent inferiority that they already know that they have. There's nothing that would compensate for that, because the reality of it is if they're living in their own bodies, but they can't tell you one benefit to being, one biological or natural benefit to being who they are, that's a problem. So they're running around with all this hostility, knowing that they have to be around people that's a reminder of their inferiority, not because they want to, but because they need to. You think that regardless to how much they say they built this country, they know that they didn't? Again, they know history and our capabilities better than we do. So it doesn't matter how many times they try to run around screaming low IQ and all these other misnomers and non sequiturs. It doesn't matter how many times they do that. The reality of it is they already know that they are inherently inferior. They have nothing that no one wants. They're running around stealing everybody's culture, emulating everybody, taking hairstyle, paying billions to be tan, which is non-white, to darken their skin. They're running around showing you that they hate the very essence of who they are, and yet we ignore it and try to become what they are when they're spending all their time trying to erase their whiteness so that they can be like everybody else, so they don't have to feel like they're the outsiders. And their entire existence is always going to be that, which is why they're dying out, because they're just too irrelevant. Nature says you don't need them. This is why they run around having all that anger inside themselves, okay? Because they're aware of what it really is. You can live in a fantasy as much as you want to. Again, you can trick people, you can't trick nature. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next video.